Hi everybody, as you know, this is going to be my first video. And as you know, I'm very worldly and I have a whole lot of opinions that I haven't really stressed enough with my friends and my family. So I thought I'd just broadcast them because it makes me feel better. And I'm open to lots of arguments about, my opinions because I love to learn more from other people and what they think. So, I'm going to talk about four different things today. This is one of the biggest subjects that I have a problem with. You see, I'm sitting here thinking about all this while I'm procrastinating my homework because I desperately don't want to talk about how to have an argument in English. Oh my goodness. College English sucks. Anyways, so I'd like to talk about these four things with you just briefly, quickly, and see what you think about it because I love to hear what you think. So I want to talk about school. Doesn't that sound just fucking boring? School. It's not going to be as boring as you think because I don't agree with school at all. Not one bit. I think that if they were teaching us things that we needed to learn and things that we wanted to learn, I think our society would be a whole lot better. If they were teaching us things that we really needed to know in life rather than how to find the X in math or calculus or how to, how to analyze a novel to its very core so that the novel doesn't mean anything to you anymore. There's no mystery about it or anything. You analyze it so much, maybe a cigar is just a cigar there. There's not a whole lot of deeper meaning to many of these novels. Usually, the authors mean what they say. It's good, in literature and poems to really pick those apart, but as far as novels and things go, why would you want to pick something that beautiful apart? Doesn't make any sense to me. I'm getting way too in detail with this. But school in general, I mean, they test you on your GPA, right? Your grades and how well you can take a test. This is why you get into college, because of your GPA and your SAT scores, right? Say you're a really bad test taker, like me. I still got into college. But I'm a really awful test taker because I moved over from Europe and we never took tests for some reason. The school wasn't very good, but we never took tests. And so the college is going to judge you as a person based on your GPA and your test scores. You could be an amazing person. You could have a bunch of skills. You could have talent, amazing talents. You could be athletic. You could get along with everybody you meet. You could be respectful, responsible. You could have all these different things about you. You could be street smart, have a whole bunch of common sense. But guess what? If you don't have that GPA and if you don't have those great SAT scores, you're SOL. You really are. You're not going to get into a good college. Jobs look for good colleges and good degrees. And if you don't get the degree, no good job. It doesn't matter what your degree is about. And it doesn't matter, what you really learned in college if you learned a bunch of garbage and got a degree in garbage. You're bound to get a job somewhere. But if you don't have that degree and you really did have a passion for something, you are SOL. Just saying. School is really corrupt. Education has pretty much gone out the window because nobody wants to learn about Japanese history anymore. Just saying. Anyways, I also wanted to talk about SAT scores, only because I have met many, many people who have made these 2200s, 2300s on their SATs, who can't get off their phones, can't look you in the eye, can't talk to you, haven't been the best people, they can't carry on a good conversation or anything. And I think that's amazing because they went to the better colleges. I've been around the world and I can get along with people and talk to them very well. And yet, all these other friends I had, friends that never used to talk, used to be very isolated, just sat around all day and studied, had no skills or talents or passions. They all went to these amazing, amazing colleges because they had a good GPA and a good SAT score. There was nothing to them as a person. At least I didn't find. But they still made it better than the people who really do have something more to them than just good test takers or anything like that. So I don't quite understand that part either. Because he or she that makes these amazing scores and yet can't talk to anybody, that doesn't sound like a very good society. We're basically teaching people how to be robots instead of actually talking to people and becoming well-rounded people. Because you've got to learn to talk to people too. You've got to learn to interact. You've got to learn to be open-minded. And yet all these people know how to do is how to take a test, get GPA, get the grades to make the degree, just like everybody else. To be exactly the same. Learn the same things, make A's on your test, get the degree, get a good job, make money, and die. Because nobody wants to do anything else but that. They think that money is your happiness in life. If you have money, then you will be happy. You will have a well-rounded life. And there's nothing else to that. But yet, who's going to hire you when you can't even look them in the eye and talk to them? Oh, you walk in, you shake their hand. So what kind of skills do you have? I made a 2300 on my SAT. No, what kind of skills do you have? I had a 4.1 GPA. Does that matter? Does not distinguish you as a person what kind of GPA that the school gave you. I mean, I know you earn your GPA by studying and everything else, but does that really distinguish who you are as a person? Does that make you a bad person if your GPA is low? No, it doesn't. I just feel like everybody is different. I'm a bad test taker. I don't quite believe in the system of schooling that everybody is accustomed to. Everybody becoming little robots. I believe that you're a good person no matter what your GPA is, or no matter what your SAT scores are. I believe that you can still be a good, well-rounded person, and you should still be able to work at your passion without a piece of paper telling your employer that you pushed a bunch of garbage into your head for 4 years and stressed yourself out to no end. That's not fair. It's not fair. You just stress yourself out for 4 whole years to get a piece of paper to tell you that you can have the job of your dreams that has nothing at all to do with everything you just learned. And on top of that, in our economy these days, you pretty much aren't even guaranteed your dream job. So you're basically working towards a mediocre office job in a cubicle, making some money, just like everybody else. So college wants to judge you on your GPA and how good your SAT scores are. I think it's wrong, because you're still a good person. You're still a nice, well-rounded person without grades, without being able to take a test or get assignments in on time. Use your talents, use your skills. But unfortunately, that's not going to get you anywhere unless you have that degree from a good college. And that's why the system is corrupt. So if you have any questions, or if you want to counter-argue with me about something, then I would love you to. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Because I believe everybody's special without the grades. So just think about that. I hope I covered everything that I think about the subject. I could go on and on about many different things, but just kind of argue with me and let me know your thoughts. Thanks, guys.